Hey, what's up? History buffs and warrior enthusiasts. Today we're diving into the epic world of the 10 greatest historical warriors. I mean, who doesn't love a good mix of ancient history and some serious warrior action? Stick around till the end because we've got a killer list that spans from the Mongols to the Vikings. Let's get into it. Starting off at number 10, we've got the Mongol Warriors. These guys were no joke, dominating Europe and Asia. The Mongol Warriors were a tough bunch, not to be taken lightly. Under the command of the famous Genghis Khan, they conquered vast lands in Europe and Asia. These warriors were skilled and disciplined, especially when it came to their favorite tools, bows and arrows. They were like horseback experts, shooting arrows with precision while riding at full speed. Genghis Khan was a legendary leader who knew how to keep his warriors in line. He united different Mongol tribes to form one of the biggest empires in history. The Mongols were known for their swift and strategic attacks, catching their enemies off guard. Riding on horseback was like second nature to them. They moved quickly across the vast landscapes, making surprise attacks and retreating just as fast. The combination of their horse riding skills and mastery of the bow and arrow made them a force to be reckoned with. Their discipline was key to their success. They followed orders without hesitation, creating a formidable army that struck fear into the hearts of their adversaries. Genghis Khan's leadership and the Mongol warriors' prowess on the battlefield left a lasting mark on history, showcasing the power of a well-trained and organized fighting force. Next up at 9, meet the Mamluks. Picture this. Slave soldiers turned powerful military caste, defeating crusaders and even ruling Egypt. These guys had it all: courage, generosity, and some serious cavalry skills. The Mamluks started as slaves, but their destiny took a turn when they transformed into a powerful military class. They weren't just skilled in battle, they had the heart and courage to face formidable foes, particularly the crusaders who sought control in the region. What set the Mamluks apart was their generosity. They didn't just fight for themselves, they often shared their victories with their fellow warriors and the people they protected. This sense of generosity and unity strengthened their bonds and made them even more formidable on the battlefield. Now let's talk about their cavalry skills. The Mamluks were experts on horseback, mastering the art of swift and strategic maneuvers. Their cavalry charges were legendary, allowing them to outmaneuver and defeat their enemies. This skill on the battlefield played a crucial role in their triumphs against the Crusaders and others who dared to challenge them. To sum it up, the Mamluks were a force to be reckoned with, rising from slavery to become powerful warriors with a unique combination of courage, generosity, and impressive cavalry skills. Their legacy, marked by victories and leadership, left an indelible mark on the history of Egypt and beyond. Now on to number 8, the Aztecs. Fierce warriors known for their ruthless prowess in battle. Picture this. They dressed like animals and wielded primitive weapons with expert skill, but unfortunately succumbed to the more advanced weaponry of the Spaniards. Nevertheless, the Aztecs were undeniably a force to be reckoned with. These warriors were no pushovers. The Aztecs, with their fearsome reputation, engaged in battles with a determination that struck fear into the hearts of their enemies. What made them stand out was not just their fighting spirit, but also their distinctive attire. They dressed like animals, using unique costumes to intimidate and create a fearsome appearance on the battlefield. Now let's talk about their weapons. Despite using primitive tools, the Aztecs were masters at wielding them. Whether it was the obsidian-edged macuahuitl or the atlatl for long-range attacks, they knew how to use their weapons effectively in combat. Their skill with these tools made them formidable opponents, capable of holding their own against various adversaries. However, despite their military prowess, the Aztecs faced a challenging chapter in their history when the Spaniards arrived. The advanced weaponry of the Europeans, including guns and steel, posed a significant threat that the Aztecs, with their more primitive armaments, struggled to overcome. In the end, the Aztecs, with all their bravery and skill, couldn't withstand the technological superiority of the Spaniards. Their civilization faced a tragic fate, but their legacy lives on as a testament to their strength, unique culture, and the challenges they faced against a more advanced adversary. Coming in at 7, say hello to the Apache, the ninjas of America. These stealthy warriors were masters of the sneak attack, using primitive weapons with skill, and were renowned as ultimate knife fighters. Remarkably, even today, their descendants continue to pass on their knowledge, teaching modern fighters valuable lessons in hand-to-hand combat. The Apache were known for their stealth and cunning in battle. Much like ninjas, they excelled in surprise attacks and guerrilla warfare. Their ability to move quietly through the terrain and strike without warning made them formidable opponents. When it came to weaponry, the Apache were skilled with primitive tools. Their expertise in using items like the tomahawk and bow and arrow showcased their resourcefulness and adaptability in combat. Yet, it was their reputation as exceptional knife fighters that set them apart. The Apache were known for their mastery of close-quarters combat. making them fearsome adversaries in hand-to-hand engagements. And speaking of ninjas, at number 6 we have the OGs, the ninja. True masters of stealth, sabotage, and deadly proficiency with an array of weapons. Picture this. These shadowy warriors were experts in the art of remaining unseen, using their skills to infiltrate, gather intelligence, and strike swiftly. And when it came to weaponry, who wouldn't want the kusarigama as their weapon of choice? Their ability to move silently and blend into their surroundings made them unparalleled infiltrators. They weren't just warriors, they were skilled in the craft of sabotage, employing tactics that went beyond straightforward combat. The ninja's toolkit included an arsenal of weapons, but what set them apart was their adaptability and proficiency with a variety of tools, each serving a specific purpose in their missions. One standout weapon among their arsenal was the kusarigama. This unique tool combined a sickle with a weighted chain, allowing the ninja to strike from a distance, entangle opponents, or disarm them with precision. The versatility of the kusarigama made it a preferred choice for those seeking a combination of stealth and lethality. The legacy of the ninja endures in popular culture and martial arts. Their techniques and weapons continue to captivate imaginations, and the lessons learned from these shadow warriors are still studied and emulated today. The ninja's impact on the world of martial arts and espionage is a testament to their enduring influence and the fascination surrounding their mysterious and deadly skills. Cracking into the top 5, we've got the Roman Legion. These disciplined warriors were not to be underestimated, known for their exceptional armament, strategic acumen, and unwavering discipline. The heavy infantry soldiers that comprised the Roman legion were indeed a force to be reckoned with. Discipline was the hallmark of the Roman legion. These soldiers were trained rigorously to follow orders without question, creating a cohesive and effective fighting force. Their ability to maintain formation, even in the heat of battle, set them apart from many adversaries. When it came to armament, the Roman legion was well equipped. The standard issue for a legionary included a short sword called a gladius, a javelin known as a pilum, and the iconic rectangular shield called a scutum. This combination of weaponry allowed them to engage enemies both up close and at a distance, showcasing their versatility on the battlefield. Strategic prowess was another key strength of the Roman legion. They were not just powerful individually, they operated as a well-coordinated unit. The ability to employ tactics like the famous testudo formation, a shield wall that provided protection from projectiles, demonstrated their strategic thinking and adaptability in different combat scenarios. At number 4, bow down to the samurai. These warriors were not just armed to the teeth, they were masters of the legendary katana and skilled with the bow, embodying honor and intensity in their every battle. The samurai, deeply rooted in the code of Bushido, fought with a sense of honor that guided their every move. This code emphasized virtues such as loyalty, integrity, and respect, shaping the samurai into not just skilled warriors, but also individuals of high moral character. At the heart of a samurai's arsenal was the iconic katana. This curved sword was not just a weapon, it was a symbol of status and skill. The samurai underwent rigorous training to wield the katana with precision, turning it into an extension of themselves on the battlefield. The craftsmanship of these swords was a testament to the reverence placed upon them. Mastery of the bow was another distinguishing feature of the samurai. Whether on horseback or on foot, they showcased remarkable skill with the yumi, Japanese bow. The ability to rain arrows upon their enemies with deadly accuracy added a layer of versatility to their combat prowess. The intensity with which the samurai approached battle was fueled by a deep sense of duty and loyalty. Their commitment to their lords and the code of Bushido drove them to face adversity with unwavering resolve. The samurai's dedication to their craft and their readiness to lay down their lives for their principles left an indelible mark on the pages of Japanese history. In essence, the samurai were not merely warriors. They were living embodiments of a code that blended martial skill with moral virtue. Their legacy persists in tales of valor, discipline, and a commitment to honor that continues to captivate imaginations to this day. At number 3, the Spartans. Warriors with a motto that spoke volumes: come back with the shield or on top of it. These tough-as-nails fighters gained infamy for their heroic last stand at Thermopylae and were renowned masters of the shield and spear combo. The Spartan warriors, hailing from ancient Greece, were a breed apart. Their legendary toughness and commitment were encapsulated in their motto, emphasizing victory or death on the battlefield. This unwavering resolve defined their identity as warriors who faced the ultimate challenges with unyielding determination. One of the most notable events in Spartan history occurred at the Battle of Thermopylae, where a small contingent of Spartans, led by King Leonidas, faced overwhelming odds against the Persian forces. Despite being vastly outnumbered, the Spartans fought valiantly, showcasing their skill and discipline in the face of adversity. Their last stand became a symbol of courage and defiance. At the core of Spartan combat, prowess was the shield and spear combination. The Spartans were renowned for their expert use of the hoplon, a large round shield, and the dory, a thrusting spear. This combination allowed them to form the phalanx, a tight and impenetrable formation where shields interlocked, creating a formidable wall of defense. The Spartans were not only skilled in the use of these weapons individually, but also in the coordinated maneuvers of the phalanx. Spartan society was unique, with a focus on military training and discipline. Young boys underwent rigorous education in the agage, a system that instilled physical fitness, combat skills, and a sense of camaraderie. This upbringing shaped Spartans into formidable warriors, prepared to face the challenges of warfare with unwavering determination. At number 2, we've got the knights, formidable warriors adorned in complete body armor. Renowned as the defenders of kings and the very embodiment of chivalry, these dedicated individuals, shaped by almost a lifetime of training, stood as the armored tanks of the ancient world, balancing the weight of both armor and honor. The armor of a knight was more than a protective shell. It was a symbol of their status and commitment. Crafted meticulously, the full-body armor not only shielded them from harm, but also created an imposing presence on the battlefield. The distinctive clank of armor became a distinctive sound, signifying the approach of these valiant guardians. Chivalry, a noble code of conduct, guided every aspect of a knight's life. Rooted in virtues like courage, courtesy, and loyalty, it transformed the knight into more than just a skilled warrior. It elevated them to noble figures dedicated to a higher moral standard. Their role as protectors of kings and upholders of justice carried a profound sense of honor. The journey to becoming a knight was a lifelong commitment. From a young age, aspirants underwent rigorous training in the arts of combat, horsemanship, and the intricacies of chivalric behavior. This extensive preparation sculpted them into elite warriors, prepared to face the challenges of medieval warfare with a blend of strength, skill, and adherence to a code of ethics. Often described as the tanks of their time, knights were known for their resilience on the battlefield. The sturdy armor they wore, designed to withstand blows and strikes, rendered them formidable against adversaries. Armed with weapons like lances and swords and mounted on powerful steeds, knights became a formidable force in the tumultuous landscape of medieval warfare. In essence, knights were more than warriors. They were symbols of virtue, guardians of kings, and the embodiment of chivalry. Their legacy, woven with tales of valor and noble conduct, continues to echo through the corridors of history, illustrating the enduring impact of these armored champions. And finally, drumroll please, at number 1. The Vikings, once the terror of Europe, feared for their relentless pillaging and conquests. These formidable warriors, known for their brawn and expertise in wielding axes, swords, and spears, struck fear into the hearts of those who crossed their path. Yet, the Vikings were more than just fierce on the battlefield. They were also top-notch traders, bringing both chaos and prosperity to Europe. The Vikings, hailing from the Nordic regions, were recognized for their imposing stature and ferocious demeanor. Their weaponry, including axes, swords, and spears, were expertly crafted and wielded with precision, making them a force to be reckoned with in raids and battles. The sight of Viking longships approaching coastal areas instilled terror among the locals, as they knew the chaos that would follow. Beyond their reputation as fearsome warriors, the Vikings were skilled traders and seafarers. Their longships, designed for both raiding and trading, allowed them to navigate rivers and seas with ease. This dual capability enabled them to not only raid European settlements, but also establish trade routes bringing goods and wealth back to their homelands. The Vikings' raids were not solely about plunder. They also sought new opportunities and territories. Their exploration and expansion brought them as far as the Mediterranean and the shores of North America, showcasing their navigational prowess and adventurous spirit. Interestingly, the Viking Age was not solely marked by violence. The Vikings established trade networks that connected distant regions, contributing to the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures. Their trading activities brought both chaos in the form of raids and prosperity through economic interactions to various parts of Europe. In essence, the Vikings were multifaceted, embodying both the terror of raiders and the prosperity of traders. Their legacy lives on through the tales of their exploits, demonstrating the complex impact they had on the medieval world. So there you have it, the 10 greatest historical warriors. If you think we missed someone, drop it in the comments below. Until next time, keep the warrior spirit alive, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more epic historical content. Catch you in the next one.